Just a little tired. Whenever this decides to load, that'd be great. We're going to rebuild, minimize that because that's all done now. I need my stream to pop up here so that we can watch it again. Is it a home? Yeah, okay, here we go. Alright, press this button, press this button. There we go. Much better. Pop this out to the side. We're actually going to need that, so we can't minimize it just yet. Pull this up here. Push this down here. Drag this down. And there-ish. Alright, finally. Oh, wait. Hi back to you, by the way. Alright, so we're going to go to Modern Firearms. And we're going to go ahead and start work on something else this stream. So, I before had done, I'd started work on the G150 suppressed sniper rifle from Switzerland. I don't know if I'm actually going to finish that rifle or not, so we're going to do something else today for the GIGN operators from Rainbow Six Siege. What am I looking for? FNH is a Belgian company. Yeah, alright. Wow, they only have 2 submachine guns listed in here. It's not very many. Meters, barrel length 263. So what I was going to do was actually take and download my old P-90 and actually see how close that particularly is to these, to being like accurate. And if it's inaccurate, then I'm gonna basically make a whole new one, because my P-90 is not a bad looking thing. It's just we could probably do better. So master edition's fine. No, so that's an older one. Just real quick, P-90. Let's see what comes up. So I don't, because I made an updated version of this for something. Let's check our files real quick. Desktop and models. Yeah, we've already done all these. Models with videos. So we have a work in progress version. Let's see exactly what this work in progress entails. It's possible that this is already like done and finished, but we'll see. Check audio a little. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Yeah, so it was already chopped down and finished. So we can't use this particular model. but I had to download that from something. So I use no, I changed mine. That's what I did. So let's closed out of it. Why would I close out of it? Great. Let's go back to this. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and download my older P-90 Master Edition 1 and see if it's close to being where we need it to be, because if it's not, like I said, we're going to change it so that it does match what we need it to match. So that should open up here in a second. Whenever it decides to, that'd be great. I did really enjoy working on this model. It was pretty fun. And then again, start to open up over here. I can't wait to get a new computer because, man, everything has been so slow. It's driving me insane. There we go. Alright, so now we just need to do our measurements. So we can switch this over to studs.serial.pl. I come back over to here while that's loading. Overall length is 500 millimeters exactly. So millimeters, 500. That'd be 62 and a half studs, so like 63-ish. So we grab a 10, and then from the back, which is kind of right about there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like 63. Yeah, so that's honestly pretty accurate. I'm kind of surprised that that's as accurate as that is. So barrel length is about 263. So if we type 263, we get 33. So 3, 1, 2, 3. So right about here is where the barrel ends. So that's yeah, that one's a little less accurate, but that's honestly not too bad, to be completely honest. So really, the only thing that I was going to basically do was kind of update this ever so slightly to kind of match a better P-90 design. Honestly, this one's not too bad, other than it's obviously missing the dust cover that's down there and stuff. So if we come back up here, we can exit out of that because, like I said, that's honestly pretty accurate. And then take a look at 5.7 by 28. 5.7 by 28. So if we go ahead and look this up, I wanted to know, I think that was the overall length, which is what I want to know. I want to know how long this is. Yeah, 40.55 millimeters. So if we go back to studs.serial.pl, and this is 40.50 millimeters. So this is 5 studs wide. So the magazines should be about 5 studs wide. So if we take a look at the magazine here, you can see that the rim is like right here along the wall and stuff like that. So this should be pretty accurate. So if we just real quick, P-90 magazine, if we look this up real quick, I would really like to make a super accurate P-90 magazine. That would be pretty awesome. So yeah, that's Airsoft. I'm gonna do like an actual P-90 magazine. So let's go ahead and it's connected to the magazine release. Can we measure how long this is by chance? Doing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 36, 36, 36, 36. Come on. 36. It's just 36. Throw that in chat real quick, and that we'll never forget at that point because it's over in chat. So let's just drag 3 of these out and 6, and that's our full magazine. All right, so now why did I open that? Let's see if we can make 5.7 by 28 an accurate 5.7 by 28 cartridge in a 5 stud wide space using some key methods, because it's only going to be like 1 stud wide. So we're going to use this for the bottom of the cartridge itself, and then we're going to use a 3 of the lightsaber piece to kind of make the core of the bullet, if you will. So if we bring this down here, that's like 5 right there. So now we want to use the updated piece. Where are you at? This right here, which should slide over this really, really well. And then we want to bottleneck down just a little way, which we can do with a fez, which should fit inside a 1 stud wide space. Ooh, it's a little bit wider than what I want, as is that and that. Okay, that makes things a little bit more difficult because that doesn't look nearly as good as I thought it would. So if we we put this here, yeah, but it doesn't bottleneck down as fast as I want it to. So if this rim right here honestly looks fine for the bottleneck, but I do want to get some shape to it. So is there something in here we could use? Yeah, I don't think so. Is there any type of minifig accessory that we could use? Yeah. Not seeing anything. Okay. So for the sharp tip on the end of it, I'm just going to do, okay, sorry, forgot about that. Something like that. And then oh wait, that's in minifig accessories. What am I doing? Yeah, this right here. That'll be the actual like bullet tip, and that's pretty spot on. Seeing if there's anything slightly smaller. Like this isn't bad, other than the dang thing that sticks out down at the bottom of it. Or it doesn't even fit and stuff like this. Great. Well, that sucks. Paintbrush? Not a bad idea. Doesn't fit though. Hey, Killer Frog Gaming. So what about, see, I thought about using this, but it's a sharp like point. It's not a small thing. All right, well, this is fine. So what we'll do is come through and we'll actually delete out that. We'll place this in here, and that'll fit there. And then we need to figure out what exactly we can place in here to combine those together, which would involve possibly a lipstick. So if we turn this here, put that in there, like so, we're going to unhide this, delete that, and go now with an older fashioned to hold this all together. But okay, move this out of the way, drag this up just a little bit to there, put this here, put that there, put that there. Don't like that as much. Let's go back to this, and then if we hide that, let's turn this lipstick piece around and then push it in as far as it'll go. Okay, that's kind of annoying. There we go. So right about there. All right, so let's go ahead, and it's blue on the end. So we'll do a royal blue, and then it's like a light gold and a dark gold. So pretty simple stuff. Let's make this black. All right. Oh, my nose. So now we got to figure out how we're going to get these to sit where we want it to in a super confined spot. So this is going to be a 5 stud wide magazine, which would be here, and it's going to have plates going down the side of it that are going to be these, and everything in between that is the room that we have to work with for all of it, really. So let's go ahead and can we find out a way? Will one of these just sit on the back end of this? Okay, so let's move this out of the way and then use this to see if we can position it. Wait, obviously it's not going to fit here. I don't have proper thing set up. Let's move this out of the way. Let's take this and put this, what am I doing? Right there. There we go. Alright, so now if we put that there, okay, let's take and duplicate this, Control C, Control V over here. So now let's take and delete this out. Put, oh gosh, deleting everything. Put this, well, nobody in particular, here. And then please, will that fit? Alright, perfect. Alright, so that's that. So that would be the bottom row. So it's going to be 25 of these in particular. So Control C, Control V, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Right, so that's that. And then we need to take and fix this by dragging it backwards like so. Deleting that out because we don't need that. And then doing that because we don't need any of those. So that is that. So now we have to set up a in-between section going all the way down, which basically just involves doing this, and then that should be good. So if we just take this all the way down, like so, copy that, Control C, Control V. Okay, so we actually need to drop this by 1 down. So let's move this out of the way so that this will fit. We want these to be stacked on top of each other as close as possible. Oh, crap. Alright, so this won't fit where we need it to. So we need this to fit. Okay, that's interesting. So if it's there but it won't fit here, is that this causing an issue? No. So it won't fit in any of these. Okay. Let's Control Z that. Control Z that. So what we can do is some super cheaty stuff is what is about to happen. Alright, so if we take and place, let's place this here, delete that, and then place this here. Okay, so that's all shifted on a half stud plane now. And we place this here and make it, no, we're not going to make that a different color. We are going to then this here. So obviously right now it's way too high, but what we can do is now move this up and down wherever we feel like in order to achieve our goals, which is going to be dropping that by another 1, which, like I said, we can do by doing that. Think maybe 1 more. I'm doing the a remake of the P-90, so because I'm making the updated version for Rainbow Six Siege, the GIGN operators. So my old one, I actually did the measurements at the beginning of the stream. It's pretty much dead on with how long it should be, and almost the barrel length is like kind of wonky on this, but for the most part it's pretty accurate. But now I do want to update the magazine because the FN57's bullets are just slightly over 5 studs long. So I've got 5 stud ones now, which are these, and they're designed to look like 5.7 bullets, like way better. And then this magazine is 4 studs wide, so we're going to fix all of that in this newer magazine style, which is going to be really complicated, but it's going to look really cool. So there's that, I guess. This is going to be, how tall is this? This is 2 plates plus a couple. Yeah, no, so this should be fine. We should be okay here. We just will have to figure out how to close over the top of this without ruining everything. So we should be relatively okay with this. So now all we need to do is duplicate this going down so we can fill in all the other ones. By doing this. And boom. So that's 50 bullets sitting all in there, which is awesome. It's a lot cooler than just having these just sitting on the sides doing really nothing. So then this will fit right there. And now what we need to do is come through and place these back where they go. I guess I should make sure that this is going to fit. Yeah, okay. So it should be fine. So once all of these are filled in, we can actually start work on the magazine portion of this, which is going to be interesting. So, boom. All right, that goes all the way down. We can delete this out because I don't think we need that anymore, and if we do, we know how to make it. It's no big deal. All right, so now we have a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so for up here we have a panel and then 2 plates down. Yeah, so a panel and 2 plates down. So over here, what we can do is delete this and actually replace it with these new pieces that are super helpful. Boom and boom, just like so. And then I'm going to think about how to do the bottom portion of this. So we'd have to do 1 down, like so, and then figure out how to make a super strong 3 running down this. Yeah, okay. So what we can do is anything this color we can hide, anything this color we can hide, anything that color we can hide, anything that is this shape and that color we can also hide to get out of the way. Okay, so okay, so this should not be that height in particular, so that was interesting. Let's take a 5 and run this across and fix that. Like so. There we go. Much better. All right. So I'm currently making the magazine because as far as I'm currently aware, let's go back to here. The only portion of the P-90 that I'm really kind of mad about, well, I don't want to say mad. The part that I need the most improve on is like this angle here works really well. And then back here, there should be another line going across right here. And you can see it's kind of like half of this angle here. So we actually need to make a 5-stud section in the back right here. So we'll actually be deleting out a lot of that to fix that. Also be deleting the sling off of this because we don't need that. And then we'll probably also need to fix the actual rail mount thing on this because this one is flat. There should be an angle here that I did not do. So we'll be fixing that as well. So I just wanted to currently work on the magazine because the magazine, I really wanted a really awesome looking magazine, and this is without a doubt super cool looking already. So for here, what we'll be doing is deleting these and actually replacing it with that 5-stud wide piece that we had because it's going to help tremendously. So this is 2 plates down, and we need to now, I just got a text message. I need to go check that to see what it says. I will be right back. This almost looks like a person. Alright, my girlfriend's on her way home. So, all we'll be doing is kind of cheating in a way. Where's R16? So we're going to place that there. And then on this side, we're actually going to place a 3 coming down this way, like so. And then we'll get to a certain point where it'll start to kind of overlap like this. And we're going to keep going. So our 16 is going to slide right back in here. We'll keep going with the 3. I don't think the Rainbow Six Siege has that version. Do they? Because P90s are super hard because I don't know if they do or don't. We can get rid of that because we don't need that information anymore. P90 Rainbow Six Siege. Here we go. And then hit images and take a look. Yeah, okay, so they don't have the built-in holographic, they just have sights on top of theirs. So we'll just be making the sights on top of it instead of doing the built-in holographic, which is this thing. I don't know of anyone who honestly uses the built-in holographic. I think most people tend to take it off and run their own type of optics. So the important part for all of this is to make sure that we overlap everything together, which is honestly pretty simple. So once we get to this section here, we're going to start using 1s and 2s, like so. Yeah, so I think there's going to be a pattern in here to get this all right, which is going to be this. Yeah, so as long as we see both of these on the right side pop up in green, highlighted in green, then we know that both of them are connected to what we need them to connect to, And then for this, that's going to be a 3. We'll get both of these also interconnected. So all of this will be connected as well. Until we get to here. Oh, I just realized. Yeah, that changes things a lot. Ooh. We can only take these so far before we have to stop them. 8 studs is our maximum, going all the way down. And then you have to stop because you don't have any more support for that. Yes. That changes things a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Wait, that's not on that level. That's one higher. So now I have to problem solve exactly what I'm going to do in order to finish the rest of these, getting those all the way down. So actually, if we can we, yeah, okay, that's that side. Are we going to be able to do that on the other side? Oh, we can, and that's with, oh, well, crap. That makes things a little bit more difficult. So let's start with this side, because this side is bigger pain. Can that fit? Of course not. Okay. Can it fit on the other side? The side with the bullets on it. It can't. Okay, well, that is a problem. If they have, that's a really impressive P-90, because the whole problem with the P-90 is this little part right here, this circle part, where the bullet actually turns from being 90 degrees perpendicular to the barrel to actually being in line with the barrel. If it chambers like that, that's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. That seems like something that's pretty difficult to do. Alright, so this has now become a huge issue, because I've got a 1, 3, 6, 9, 12. I have a 12 long gap here that we need to find out how to fill, basically. And they don't have plates that are smooth that I could do that with. Like, you know, I could use a 16 and fill in quite a bit of that. But it's got studs on the side, and it's not going to look as good when we're done with it. Let's do plate. See what comes up. Just kind of dig around. So these are all, what are these considered? Here's the smooth. They're considered tiles. We're going to type in tiles, because that's the actual name of them. Tile. Boom, there we go. Okay, much better. Those, I don't know why I am even looking in those. Those, of course, aren't going to help. So 8 is the longest that we have. See, I didn't want to use brackets, because it's like spot on, really close on both sides. If we use brackets down here at the ends, it might push it out far enough this way that we might be able to fit one of these in the back ends of it. So let's try that real quick. Why am I still searching? Go. Let's take and use one of these right here. Take this, flip it around, put it here and here, and then come down here and try one of these. Yeah, still does not fit. So in between, it would be able to in certain sections, but that's not good enough. So let's go back to this. Let's do, yeah, so that's not going to fit at all anywhere. If those don't fit, these aren't going to fit. Luminescent Saber, thank you. I appreciate that. The hard part is actually getting this to work now without doing some cheat illegal things. So, we could delete like one of these and put in another one, but that's not going to look the same. It's going to look really bad. Ooh, I wonder if this will fit. So if we delete one of these and take and turn this, will this fit right here? No. Okay, so this is actually too small. It actually cuts into the nose of the bullet as well. Okay, so can we... There are pieces in here. It's not exactly what I was looking for, to be completely honest with you. But what was cool about these is they actually hold something. Do I remember what they hold? I think it's these. It was ladders. They hold ladders. Ladder. No, that's a gate. What am I doing? This was the other piece that I was thinking about using. And then I remembered that this was a thing. So you can put ladders in this. Which is obviously, that goes way too wide. So yeah, no, it's not going to work for what we need it to. So the next thing that we can try to use is this. So I did not mean to delete that piece, I meant to delete that piece. So we can get rid of that. Scroll up here. Grab you, which is going to stick out too far. So I think what I did in some other builds that I was doing was use this set back like so, turn this around, and then set this in place. So we're actually going to put this even with the bottom, so right about there. And then we would obviously be able to make this transparent, and it would look something like that. So the big problem with this is that's actually still 8 studs long. Yeah, which isn't exactly helping unless we replaced down here. So if we have this little section right here. So if we take it and we actually delete that, can we place one of these in there? Yes. Okay. All right. So we're on to something. So if we come here, we delete this. Can we place this here? Yes. Okay. All right. We might be doing it. This might be it. Boom. Okay. So there's a huge obvious gap here. So what we're going to do is delete that out, replace it with this, and then count by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is going to be around here somewhere. So on one of these two, place this here. Okay, so that looks way better, but there's going to be this huge gap in here somewhere. So let's go ahead and delete this out here, like so. We can delete both of those as well. Delete that out, should be fine. Delete this, and that should be fine. And then take it and duplicate this over to here, and that all looks correct. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So delete that, move this over here, take this, duplicate it here. Place that there. So that is that. The problem being, again, this section right here. Don't like that you can see through that. Can we? No, you wouldn't be able to put that on in real life. Why would I even think of that? Can we slip something like this on the other side? No. Okay, so that won't fit on the other side, but it'll fit between them. Okay, and it won't fit that way. Well, we could do something like that, but it sticks out a lot further than what I wanted to stick out. So yeah, closing that's going to be incredibly difficult. There's no way that I can think of to close that. So let's not even worry about it. Let's just continue on. Let's go look back up a fully loaded P-90 magazine. If I was going to use Photoshop, I would have switched over to Studio, and I would have done some illegal cheating stuff and just called it a day right there, to be honest with you. This is good enough. So what I was looking at is you can see that these bullets, the front end of the magazine is where the follower and spring is. So this section up here is going to be what am I trying to say? We need to basically shift all of this backwards. So if we just color shape select these, and our lipstick pieces out of the way, we should be able to then grab this and move it. Oh my god, that's such a pain. Crap, we gotta move these bullets backwards somewhere. So because yeah. How did I place these? Oh boy, that's a mess. What's that? Better. Yeah, okay. Just take it. Mix that a little bit. we hit back. Let's move all of this out of the way. Let's take this and move that, and then place one of you approximately where I think you went, and place you there. Come over here, take and place a 16 down there, place a 12 here, and a 12 there on top of it. Okay, now we should be able to adjust this to wherever we need it appropriately. Is that flush? Yes, okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and adjust this to where we need it. Alright, so the front of the magazine, say about that much space is fine for that. So let's delete this out, like so. Grab this and place it back in the place where it's supposed to go. Take this and move it back over here next to our measuring stick. Oh, alright, good to go. Alright, so now let's go ahead and finish this on up this side at the very least. Come through, delete that. Copy, place this here, come back to here, place there, take this, copy it here, take that, copy it there, put this there, this put here. Actually, we don't, everything behind this we don't need smooth and flush. Up to that point, basically. So now we're going to take and grab this and press this. We're going to zoom in so we can see exactly what we're doing. And we're going to try to get these lined up with the other ones, which should be easy because it's posted down at the bottom. Like so, you can see there's a slight gap here, slight gap there. So that's exactly where it should be, so both of these sides are identical to one another. So now what we want to do is take and delete these out of there and replace them with these instead. Up to this point, place a 3 here, and then take and place these 2's here. Give us 2 studs worth of room, like so. So now a 4 stud wide space should be available to us, and we can do some really cool stuff in here in the form of some of these. Take this, put that there, take that, put that there. This here, take this, put it there. Use this here, up there. It's the next version of that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just do -80. Enter. Okay, that did not work. Let's do 80. Okay, so let's do a -100. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did -80 and it said it didn't work, so that's kind of annoying, just to say. WASD is so finicky sometimes. Do that. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do this coming off here. Oh, come on. Where's that piece at? There it is. Yes, perfect. Oh, it doesn't fit on the bottom one. No! Not perfect. All right, so let's back this up just a little bit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right, now it fits on both of those. So now we actually have a spring, kinda. You know, it gets the point across. We can actually we can make it look a lot better. So let's do that while we have the opportunity to split this around like so. Then do this like so. Followed by that and that, and then this. Place it here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's bring that in by 1 because it was more like 6. And I kind of want to do like a... Can we fit a plate in there? Oh my goodness, we can. And then place 1 right here. And then that'll be like the follower almost. But you can see that would be like this part up here stuff. Obviously the spring would be a lot bigger than that, but this is kind of difficult as is already. So, okay. There. So one more should allow us to put a smooth top on this. Yes. Okay. And then we should be able to place these. Yeah, but not all the way down. Because I guarantee, so let's just for the sake of trying this, let's say we extend this out. Can we place this on top of these bullets? And the answer is no. Okay. So we can't do a smooth top all the way down because of the bullets. So actually want to move this whole section up. Let's color select this stuff and hide it. I did not mean to press that. Let's make all of this a group. File, no, not file. What am I doing? Groups. Add this as a group. And we can actually delete that as a group, to be completely honest with you. It actually makes things so much easier considering that we're about to move over to that direction. Yeah, this is like the first magazine that I've ever done that actually has like some type of spring detail in it. You know, most magazines, they're kind of small and it would be really hard to do something like that. So this one kind of changes things quite a bit, to be honest with you. So what was I doing? Yeah, I was going to move this whole thing. So in order to move this, it's pretty simple. We're just going to take one of these here and add that to our group here. Delete this group because it's nothing. and then take a lightsaber piece and place it here. So now you can move this whole thing along this axis, that lightsaber piece. So that's a little trick for anyone who wants to try to do this. So now it's that right there is as high as it's going to let me go, which is where we were to begin with. So, dang. That's about as small of a movement as you guys can make. Yeah. All right, so it's because that's about as small as a movement as we can make, then we're going to just have to deal with that. So, yeah, that was the sling mount. So, like, if we go back to this, you can actually see one. I saw one right here, yeah. So this is a sling mount that people do on their P-90s all the time. I put it on there because I thought it looked cool, but that's not on the version that you use inside of Rainbow Six Siege, so I kind of don't need it. So I went ahead and just got rid of it because there's no reason to have it, since I'm going to be deleting it anyways. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, we still need to figure this out over here. So, so this was, yeah. If we come over here, this should be on the ground, which it is, which helps. So this is, that magazine up there is 2 plates plus one of these tall plus yeah, 2 more after that, 1 and 2. So yeah, we only have 1 more plate worth of room to use in this whole magazine to clear off the top, which is hard. So we have a 6 that we can use like that, but the problem is still that putting this on is impossible, and that's the closest that we can get to what we need there. So if we use a bow slope, first off, I don't even think the top of this magazine is curved. Let's see if we can find a top version of the P-90 magazine. Yeah, here's good enough. Yeah, it's not even curved, but they got ribs going down the top of it, so that helps. So the ribs going down, the ribs going down the top of it help, because now what we can do is cheat. That's kind of a problem. Okay, let's delete that. Come over here. Let's grab you or your older brother. Okay, definitely the younger one. Grab that. Place it like so. This magazine is 33 long, so we're going to have a problem when we get down to the end, because these are 8s. And then there. 8 there. And then the 2 ribs would be running up here-ish. Okay, stop. So we could not get these to connect unless we did a full run atop of these. So it would have to look something kind of like this instead, which would be two plates higher than what we currently have up here. Yeah, but the whole magazine is 33 studs wrong, so 10, 20, 30, oh, 36, it's 36, I'm wrong. So yeah, we'll be fine. I thought it was 33 for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with me. So we can go with the extra height. I don't think that's going to kill us. So let's go ahead and make a version of this that we can interlock with one another, so we can copy paste this going down this model. And then do an 8 here. Like so. Do a 4 here, followed by an 8. And now, yeah, we should be fine. Let's put a 3 down there. Okay, so what we need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't need that, this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that. Control C, Control V, and that'll go down the length of the weapon. Delete out what we don't need, like so. Place that there. Place one of these here. Use a 2 version of this, because this is 36, not 33. My bad. Like so, like so. When you make it have extra height, you just die. Literally just die, nothing else. Yeah, well. I think this portion up here probably is going to end up a lot taller if we find a reference photo. You can see that there's a pretty sizable gap going on right here. So, yeah, I'm not too bothered by this, since this looks really good, to be honest with you. So we can get rid of our measuring stick because this is as long as we need it to. The front end is basically done. It's just going to be that. So now for the back end, we need to fix it so that it has just a little bit of a curve and it ends in a circle going all the way around the back. So in order to do that, we're going to use this piece because it's fantastic at pretty much doing this day in, day out. And we're going to do that, followed by a bottom piece here, 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 and here. And then one of these here, followed by one here. Take this, what am I doing? We need one of these to go there, and we go here. Take this, place one here. Take that, place one here. Take one of these. Wait, we can just use 3 of those. That makes things so much easier. Just like that. And then take this, put it there. Take this, put it there. This is actually going to require modifying the the back end of where the magazine release comes in. It's actually going to be like 1 stud longer now, but it should look pretty dang good. So can't complain. Let's switch this to being 4 studs wide. By doing this. One of these should now fit right in the middle. Take and do 3 going down, take a 2, put it here, and then these here, here, and I can already tell you that that isn't rounded enough. So delete this, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete all of this, and instead replace it with one of these and use one of these. Which should definitely make it look a lot better. Like it's actually rounded and doing something now.
Bitch.
Okay, well, I mean, I just unmuted it, so thanks. I appreciate it.
They really can't even hear me.
Yeah, no, they can. Trust me.
They haven't heard me before. What? Look, listen to the time.
Stop trying to get me demonetized.
You're not monetized in the first place.
And eat, by the way, so that you're not starving. Rice? What are you talking about rice for?
You didn't eat it. You ate it without any.
Rice? Yeah. Potatoes? Carrots? Meat?
That's disgusting.
Why would you need anything else?
You were supposed to eat it with something.
What do you mean something? That's not very descriptive.
Like rice?
No.
I got bread too. You didn't eat it with nothing? I did good.
Yeah, I didn't eat it with anything.
That's why your stomach is messed up.
No, it's not why my stomach is messed up.
You don't eat balanced meals.
Get out of here.
Hmm?
No one wants to hear you.
You last night your shower?
Yesterday?
In the morning?
No. When I got off work.
You took one yesterday?
I take one every day when I get off work. What the heck?
You told me to
I did.
You said you didn't.
No, Wednesday?
Yesterday.
I think it might have
Because
been
I
Wednesday
asked
then.
you at the restaurant, you said no, I didn't.
I guess it must have been Wednesday then.
So you mixed up your days?
Yeah, they all blur together eventually.
That's true. Is there people here?
Yes, they've been talking. You've been interrupting them.
I don't see their chat room.
You just asked me a question, but you've been talking this whole time. I haven't been able to answer them.
Just tell me. Answer the question.
So you go back to eating then. Leave me alone. No. Go away. Sheesh. What the heck are you doing? Obviously not. You're just kind of like striking out the back.
That's where the kitchen
Yeah, well, you know how it goes. Yeah, it's a magazine release. It's not too difficult to do because it's just a super simple system like this. You just push this back. There's a rubber band that goes between here and here. It's held on, and then it pops into place down here using a typing pen. So it's pretty simple.
Damsels are,
Close the door. You're letting mosquitoes in. You complain about them all the time.
damsels are female dragon.
Yes.
They're the skinty ones. And they usually have single beard. One of the kids taught me that.
It is awesome.
Probably me. That was
Just gonna go with that. I've been demonetized for a while now, so it's kind of whatever at this point. I will eat some rice then. Jeez. I don't know why you would make rice anyways.
Because it gives it sustenance.
It already has sustenance. It's meat and potatoes.
Yeah, but you need balance.
You don't need anything when you have meat and potatoes.
Well, yeah, you need rice.
No.
Yeah. Or bread. I bet you didn't even touch the Hawaiian rolls, did you?
I did not. Is that what they were for?
Yes.
God forbid I touch something and it's not what it's for.
Did you eat all the meat?
No, I did not. As far as I know.
Then why am I only getting meat, potatoes, and carrots?
There is very little meat in there. We're not eating the rice. We don't
You know
need
you
the
didn't
rice.
have to just dump the whole bag in there.
The whole bag of what?
Carrots and potatoes.
Oh, I dumped them all in there.
You could have balanced it out with the meat.
I'm telling you now, there is very little meat.
Hmm?
There is very little meat.
That's why I said you could have balanced it with the meat.
I don't think you understand. When I say there's very little meat, I mean there was like almost no meat.
Which is why I said you could use the amount of potatoes and carrots to where there would be more meat. There's two of us. We don't need a whole feast. Because are you gonna eat carrots and potatoes?
Yeah, I actually ate mostly carrots and potatoes, to be honest with you.
You had no other choice.
No, I left you with most of the meat so you wouldn't bitch about it.
Oh, excuse me, you got mad at me.
Yeah, now look where we're at. We're not eating the rice. She doesn't need rice. What do you want?
You're eating.
No, you're being obnoxious. You're eating right beside my ear with your mouth open. That's you being obnoxious. Oh yeah, lipstick Lego pieces are some of the best pieces to use. They are so underrated.
You're a man of culture.
Obviously.
What are you making?
Making a gun. What do you think I'm making?
You don't say what.
See, now you're being obnoxious again.
I know what kind you're making.
It doesn't matter to you. Don't show interest in here just because there are other people here.
I show interest.
You literally care none of the other times.
I ask you all the time what you're doing.
Don't front.
The only time I'm ever like, is when I want attention.
You're fronting.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I started playing a whole video game so that I could show you that I was interested in what you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
You really think I'm not gonna? I helped you name the P-90. When we first started dating, you asked for a name for one of the guns you made. And I remembered.
You sure?
Yep. You were like, what's that one bird that screams mom? I was like, the P-90. And you're like, that's what I want to name the gun. And I was like, yay. Stupid.
Oh yeah, well, when you're an LVD, you can do all sorts of stuff like that and not worry about it. It's kind of cheaty, but it is what it is. It was a fantastic choice of potato. That's why I dumped the whole bag in there. Well, yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Six guy.
Six guy.
It just said it.
No, I want to say it too.
What the heck is wrong with you? You're being really obnoxious.
I know. If I'm annoying you guys, I'll leave if you ask me to, but not if he does.
They're literally gonna be all like, no, ignore him more. Annoy the shit out of him. Do everything in your power to make his life misery. Yeah, no, exactly.
These guys literally came in the house calling me names.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were streaming. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you little rude punk.
I mean, I could be worse.
Don't think so. You, yeah, okay. You're kind of blacked out by the light. It's not a bad thing.
I could get you views.
You can't.
I won't change my shirt. My boobs out.
That's not gonna work.
It's on my bath water.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it worked. People bought it. And then drank it.
That was stupid.
Uh-oh. Wow, oh, guess what? You're actually useful for once.
Alright. I haven't read Korean in a long time. My best guess is Yeojeon? Wait. Yeah, Yeojeon?
Hi.
But I can't remember if that's a Yo or a U. It might be Yeojeon. Yeojeon.
No, don't make my life miserable.
It's Yeojeon or Yeojeon. One of the two. I know it's one of the two because I'm not completely dumb.
Well, I'd like to be peaceful.
I haven't read Korean in a long time. I used to go back and do that. Oh, I could just check my food. What's your in Hungary?
He said something.
I don't.
He said closer to you.
So it's you. Do
you feel accomplished?
I mean, I knew it was one of the two, but I always forget which one's up and which one's down.
None of that makes sense to me, so.
Well, it's because I know that one's old, but I always mix up old and ooh.
Still doesn't make sense to me.
Well, that's why you failed Japanese.
I failed Japanese because I had a shit tutor. I wonder who that was.
You feel Japanese because you don't listen.
Who was my tutor again?
Me.
Oh yeah, alright then. That's right. Yeah? Got a problem?
Hmm?
Got a problem?
I'm
Punk.
over
Yeah, punk.
you
Try me.
right now.
About to treat you like a stranger.
You're so wrong.
What's the point of bullet tips being covered? Certain ones do certain things. I don't know why are 5.7 by 28 colored blue. I think it's because it's like a piece of plastic in the top of it. Yeah, the projectile has a blue color polymer tip instead of a red color projectile tip. I don't know what that means, but basically it's a piece of polymer, so it's blue. But there's others like, so you have 50 caliber black tip. So there's different types of 50 caliber ammunition, and each color of the tip tells you it's like a different thing. So it's a good one. Yeah. So you have the natural one, and then red, maroon, or orange is a tracer. Black is armor piercing. Blue is incendiary. Light blue incendiary. Aluminum or blue aluminum is armor piercing incendiary, which are really expensive. Red aluminum is armor piercing incendiary tracer, which is a lot, and then dummy with the holes drilled out, and it is a natural cartridge, and then a blank is crimped at the top, it has no bullet. So there's usually when a bullet tip is colored, it means that it has some special characteristic to it, so you can tell it apart from standard things. So that's that. Yeah, if I was more of a weeb, I probably would have passed. So that probably would have helped. What? No. But you can close the curtain just to make sure, or the door, whichever one you choose. You can close the curtain or the door, whichever one you choose, just to make sure. I've honestly never seen people fire a blank 50 cal. I don't know what you would use it for. So obviously, like when you do a 21 gun salute with 30-06 M1 Garands, you use blanks for that. But I can't think of a single time where I've ever seen someone have to use a blank 50 cal. So I don't know what you would use that for. It's possible that they only use that in bolt action rifles. Or I don't know, maybe something special. Maybe. Again, I'm not entirely too sure about that one. Yeah. We'll have to extend this up by like one plate so it looks more proportionate, because right now it's a little too tall. Hey Corey. So let's go ahead and extend this up by one to get it out of the way. move that out of the way. And then to extend it, oh wait, we're already in blue color. We'll be getting rid of the stripe, so I'm not too worried about that. Six in here, 6 in here, and then put 8 there. Let's fix this. Put that here. Chicken bowl? What's chicken bowl?
But I made chicken last week. Did you clean it or did you just stick it up there? Because it looks like it's done.
No, I cleaned it. What do you need the chicken bowl for?
I don't need it. I just looked in it.
That's a little bit better. So now we got to figure out how we're going to do this correctly. Yeah, I figured that would not fit. Okay. So let's delete that out. And fit this in. Cool, that also doesn't fit. Yeah, but his P-90 is also like top of the line. It's, we can technically get out of that. He was like a really good P-90. And his is about the same size as mine. So you can kind of tell because of the grip and whatnot. It's a really good P-90. Yeah. So this magazine is too tall. It needs to be, come back over here, in line with the rest of this back here. So we actually need to skim this like way down by 2 whole plates, which is kind of a lot. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Enjoy your dinner. Come back in a little bit if you feel like it. So now we need to figure this one out. How we're going to close the top of this off correctly. And still retain all of this functionality, kind of. Don't make 5. Let's just type in 5 and see what comes up. Okay. Let's switch back to red. Yeah. Like I said, we gotta figure this out. How exactly we we can close this all off on the same plane without messing it all up. So if we take one of these, we can definitely put that there. Take it and delete that out, and instead replace it with 6 here, and then in 4 there. Take a 3 and put it under here. 4 there. Curve at the top of the magazine over. Yeah, this up here. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I want to redo this, is because when I originally made this, I did not include that, which I should have. I don't know why I decided not to, but it's kind of important to include that. So that goes there. Can I fit one of these here? I can. Okay, so that helps. Can we put an 8 going down? Length of that, like so. It's really close. Let's delete that and instead replace it with a 6. Okay, so we're going to replace it with a 4, no, a 3, because of math. And place 2 of them here. Place a 2. And then place another 2 of them. Here and here. And then place an 8. Going all the way down. Like so. Now then we just got to figure out how we're going to enclose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got to figure out how we're going to enclose 10 studs worth of space. So obviously there's plenty of room in here that one of those hemispherical things would fit, because gravity would be affecting all these. These would drop down to do that. So color select these and switch these to translucent brown. It's a smoky magazine design as opposed to a nice clear translucent one. You can see over here. It almost looks like a plate would fit in between here, but it doesn't. It's just kind of a problem. So search up P-90 without capitals and look at the first image in the Images tab. Look slightly below the magazine and you'll see the curve I'm talking about. Oh. Are you talking about the P-90 without capitals? First image. Are you talking about down here, this thing? I'm going to add that here in a little bit. I'm so like caught up in doing all of this stuff right now, because I mean this is like a huge looking magazine. It's kind of difficult to get this exactly right inside of LDD, because it should end right along this top seam here, but if I do that, it's not going to look right at all. But right now, it doesn't look right at all. So like if we come through and we actually delete this out, it looks so much better. And I mean, we really didn't do anything, to be completely honest. So let's take this off the mark by doing that, and then grab this. I'm going to purposely leave this piece behind. And put these back where they're supposed to go. And then oh, shoot, did not mean to put that there. That place right there. Alright, so now our main goal is to take and get these bullets and all of this flattened back out. So we're actually going to delete this out and figure out what we can do to fix this entirely, basically, which is asking a lot, but if we can figure it out, it's going to look a lot better. So what I'm thinking about doing is we got to get these to drop down to where they should be somehow. So if we go ahead and this bottom bullet down here, let's paint this red, all of that red, and then we come back up here and use our color and shape selection. We should be able to go to groups and add that, add these, add, oh shoot, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, delete that group, add them here, there we go. This, add them there. So this, add them there, and then take this and add them there. Select this one and remove it from that group, like so. Alright, so now all of these bullets, they're fully independent of one another, and we should be able to move them now as we need to. So if we unhide whatever it was that we hid, and we come back in here, so now we need to build something that comes up here, which I used, no, so let's delete this, I'm sorry, and instead replace it with this, yes, and then, does this have a hole through it? No, okay, use one of these, like so, yeah, okay, maybe actually delete this just in case it goes above that. And then use one of these. Okay, that doesn't go as far as I thought it would, so that makes things a little bit more difficult. So instead, delete that, delete this, take at the bottom of the upper receiver, the part in the back that connects the back of the upper receiver to the lower receiver curves around the magazine. Yeah, this part right here, right? Or you're talking about this line. At the bottom of the upper receiver, the part in back that connects the back of the upper receiver to the lower receiver curves around the magazine. I think you're talking about this, right? So let's take this thing and actually flip it. What? WASD fails me all the time. And then move this out of the way, and then take and shove this into there. Okay, now go to groups, select this one, which oddly enough does not include any of those. Yeah, okay. These, okay. The rail attachment. Right through here, this part. Oh crap, did not mean to do that. Okay, so let's do that again. This, followed by this. Crap. Yeah, that's, like you said, that's a lot of really impressive detail going on. Okay, it's getting, see if we can drop that, then do this, that, and maybe move this down. Yeah, no, because it's going to immediately jump too far down. Because instead of wanting to go one more up, well, it goes two up. Oh my god, it still won't do it. What the heck? What did we break and where? There. Crap. This should have... Going up slowly? But it instantly wants to jump way up there. Okay, let's try. Boom. Boom. No, why does it do that? No, that has nothing to do with it because that's completely out of the way. Should be fine. If not, here we'll just delete that. See if that helps. What am I doing? That's this. Then this. Followed by this and that. Alright, let's try this again. I see it's auto jumping which is really annoying. Still auto jumped. Okay. Maybe instead of that, we can use technical pushing. Maybe that'll give us a little bit more degree of control. Oops, instead of templates, thank you. Click on these first, followed by that. Wait, hold on. Let's just add this to the group because I don't know why those weren't included. All right, now then we should be able to just click on all of that. Click on that and this, and then drag it up and down. Okay, see it's auto snapping again. Let's see. We do curious. Will something like this? What does the tool do beside the object rotating tool? 1 second. I will explain it. Okay. So we might have to restart this whole magazine in order to get this right. But I'm not opposed to doing that if we have to get it right. So this is the rotate tool. So you're talking about the hinge align tool. So let's say that you make something super simple. Like this. And we're going to save this before we actually do this. If you're using any type of hinge tool or rotate tool or flex tool, you're going to save before you actually use them, because if you don't, there's a really good possibility that everything's going to crash and you'll lose all of your progress. So always save. This is kind of worrisome as well, because this is should not be slowing down like this. That means LDD is not responding. And if LDD is not responding, then it might close out and like destroy everything. There's no auto recovery feature like Studio has, so like I said, it's very real that we're about to lose all of the work that we just put into this. I don't even care, as long as it saves. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I can just download another one. So like, let's say you have something like this, and you put this thing in here, and you know that this is a legal connection, but you can't get your hinge tool to do it. It just doesn't seem to do it right? So you can use the hinge align tool, so you can click on the inside of this, click on this up here, it'll auto do that for you. Now then, there are so very rare of a time that actually works, so my biggest recommendation is to not use that tool. It's honestly probably one of the worst tools in all of LDD. It's not exactly good. Okay, so we're just gonna restart this whole magazine. So if we just take it, put this relatively close to where this is up here, and kind of layer it back just a little bit, put another couple one right there-ish, and then do a layer of these on top to represent that. Go back just a little bit to here, and then place this here. It's a very useless tool, in all honesty. Like I said, there's very little times where you will actually use that and get what you need out of it. Most of the time, it's probably just going to crash what you're working on and make you really upset. Is that there? So now we are going to take this as a group out, and that's a problem. No, wait, did not mean to do that. No. I just saved it. So we just lost all of that work that we just did. All of those bullets and all of we just lost. Because I pressed the save button instead of the back button. I meant to press the back button. So, yeah. Great. So we still have a bullet down here, technically, that we can use to copy out, but that's not the same. It's just great. On. Is that really how far it stuck out? I don't remember it sticking out that far. Yeah, it definitely did not stick out that far. Okay. So that won't fit there. So what I was going to do was fix this by putting all of these where they need to go before I accidentally deleted everything. So now I have to redo all of that. Oh my gosh. So that goes there. Then we're going to use this, which will put this perfectly level with this, or at least it should. Which would require us moving this out of the way, fixing this, because that should be like that, putting this here-ish, Control-C, just for the sake of that, and it doesn't fit. So, you should though. Let's just drag this back just a little bit. Try again. Still doesn't fit. Try one more. I'll fit in between it. Interesting. Not sure how I feel about that. There we go, finally. Okay. Put this back. Get up again. What's this here? So now this sticks out too far past this boundary. So we need to drag this back. As far back as possible, which is to there. So now we should be able to do that. Yeah, well, I need to redo a lot of things. So put a 12 here and then continue the 12 all the way down again. And by the time we reach the end, it should be 25. So delete that, and then this. Okay, first off, hide that. Then do this, unhide that, press this, Control-C, Control-V, going all the way down. This should be exactly on the bottom, which it is, which is exactly what we needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So let's do it this way. It's, 20, yeah, that, okay, well that's 25, so I don't know what the heck happened. It's kind of interesting. Alright, so now what we're going to do is delete this out of here. And then build that. Yeah, I mean, good luck. As much as the genetic stuff is like, they're really close to doing a whole bunch of stuff with genetic code as far as I know. don't know if they've gotten that good at it. Okay, gosh, it's getting kind of annoying. So to fix that, drag this out of the way further over here. The farther away, the better. Okay. So, yeah, we got to get this up here now. Delete that out. Delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, before we forget. Let's just give ourselves the most room possible. Put that there. Put this here. Put, why am I here? When do I need a lightsaber blade? This up here. And then place this right there. Should be fine. I wonder if we could actually put this one lower. Right there, maybe. Can we? Oh, we can. So that'll tighten that group together tremendously. Okay, so now delete all that. Take this and move this down this like so. Until we get to there. And then Control V this all the way down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There we go. Yeah, it's not a bad insult. It's a lot better than some of the other insults that kids are using nowadays. Some of them are really dumb. Like top of the line dumb too, not like a small type of dumb. Alright, so we've got the bullets as low as we can possibly get them. Now it's time to see how exactly we are going to encase them in glass, basically. This is, I feel like 3 tall is going to be way too tall to be able to fit this in there. So yeah, that's way too tall to fit. It's also, we tried that before and it doesn't fit past the bullet tips, so we can't do that. So now we need to figure out how to fix this, basically. We're fixing almost everything. This is one up above that. I mean, we could do like a 2 all the way down like this. Oh crap. So if we put one here, is that going to, yeah. See, that's really tempting now because it fits. And there's no, like, we don't need any special things to surround that. I mean, that's everything that you would need right there. Done. And then you make that translucent brown, the smoky color, and you can see the bullets through it, but it's got this stippling pattern on it, which kind of sucks. So the only way to get around that is if we would be able to place something on the inside here to connect plates together in order to do that, which is impossible pretty much every way you look at it. I don't think there's a single way that we could figure that one out. I think what we're going to do is leave it like this and do some type of way. We lower this by 1 stud. So this should only be connected to itself now. Lower it, and lower it. And then for this one, to lower it as well by just 1, like so. There should be some type of way. So we need to clarify this. Gold, gold, lighter gold, and royal blue. Boom. There should be some type of way for us to somehow get a nice flat top on this somehow. There's got to be something. And if we did 16 going this way and that way, we would be able to. The next Lego brick that they should invent is longer freaking plate pieces, because this is 8 is the longest one that we have in a single version, which is kind of annoying. You can see why. Because now I'm down to this middle section here, and I don't even have like a 16 because we're working in a 5-step wide space. And now I have like such a big spot to fill in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need another 12 to fit in here in order to fix this. But I can't fit another 12 in here because I'm trying to keep this flat on top, and I can't do that without having to delete something inside in order to fix that. So what I'm thinking about doing is trying to, back here, let's put a 3 here. As close to that board as we could possibly get without deleting it, and then putting a 12. And then here, so, you know, Santa Claus is probably going to do some mumbo jumbo magic to get out of stepping on something like that. Plus, I think you'd end up on like the eternal bad kid list where you never get removed from it. Always, forever a bad kid. Never once getting removed. Couldn't imagine that. That would suck. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 studs of movement in either one of these directions. So I don't have any movement there, and I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. So back there. So it's as far back as I could go, really. So this gap right here is the only gap that we're missing. So if we just take this and take these and oops, just slap it right there. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching so far, though. See you when you come back in the future. Take this here, this here. Got there. Simple as that. A lot happier with that. So now let's just take and color select this and change it to that. Never mind. Don't do that. Let's just do the major, like, important parts that actually matter for this. Which I think that would be everything. And then switch this to I think red's fine. Put this back up on the gun up here. Oh, great. Now I've broken it somehow. Crap. Yeah, somewhere back here. Just delete these out. You can say that that's how it's going to be, but it's a pretty good chance that you're going to be wrong. So let's go ahead and fill this back in as best as we can. Oh, great. So 3 only fits here now. So let's just delete this out here and see if we can find something later that will fill in that gap as best as possible. And then obviously a cheese slope is not going to fit in there. But it is possible for us to do. Okay, well, not that, obviously. Delete these out real quick. So that's blocking us from doing that. Going up is too big. We should be able to place these going down. And then for a slight test, I know this is probably not going to fit. Yeah. Okay. So let's, if we delete this and then go up, will that fit? Ooh, it does. So let's actually delete this and delete that out, and actually put, oops, why did I delete that out? My bad. Let's go in here. Oh, actually, we do need to delete that out. So let's come out here and do the same thing. And then if we take these and put them going this way, that'll do. That'll do. Boom, boom. Flip this over here. Boom, boom, boom. And then use this followed by this over here. Move. No. Move. Jesus. that, flip, flip, do that, flip, flip, do that, flip, flip, do that. Boom. Okay. And then do a 4, and then do a 4, just like so. So that's that piece right there. And then, like I said before, we started all of this, we now have to figure out how we're going to attach this up here. We're probably going to end up using plate techniques, which is kind of a pain, but we should be able to do it. So let's fix the bottom of this temporarily because we are going to delete pretty much all of this out. And let's figure out how to make up our rail system. Once our rail system gets made, I'm going to call it a night. So I think if we, is this a 2? No, okay, it's just a 1. That's good. If we do that, and then use a bracket going up. Do we need to go down one more stud? We need to go down one more stud. No big deal. This should fit just beneath it now. Yeah, perfect. Copy this over, copy that over, do that, do that. How did D do this? Actually, we take a quick look here. Sometimes when you're trying to get ideas for how people did things, it's good to look at how other people did things. So, yeah, okay, that's really complicated. He did like this, and then did like plates on hinges on either side to extend that. So that's kind of complicated. That's definitely not something that we can even think about doing here, to be honest with you. Okay, so for these things, looking at, it's like it's kind of flat to begin with. Oh my gosh, that's so close. And then, actually, let's delete that and replace it instead with this. Going up, like so. How good is that? So, let's... I think all P-90s have that, don't they? Yeah, basically. So... I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. How far above this magazine is this whole rail? I mean, see, it goes pretty far up, but then we get this hollow space in there, which is gonna be relatively difficult to do. So, can we place one of those cheaty cheat pieces in here? I'm pretty confident in saying no, so I'm not even gonna try. I've done a version of this before that used these going up like that. There's got to be that hollow space in there, so that helps. Wrong piece. This piece followed by that. And then we can do this, like so. And do that to this side as well. Here, flip it, or do it there, so. So now we have a sort of slant going down. So let's finish this by going 2 of these on either side for a total of 4 studs. And that'll also bring it in by that little front part so that it's back to being 6 studs wide. And for this top one, what we're going to do is cheat and only use these 2. And that will cut down on how big that gap is that drops down from this. So it'll look a lot better. And now we need to make this angle running straight down. And this, I can already tell you, is not high enough up to start that angle going down. So we're going to need to fix that somehow. So if we delete these out and actually go, okay, what am I doing? Okay, so first thing, let's get this hole in place. So that hole is going to go, crap. So we should immediately drop down to like 4 studs when we get up here to make things so much easier. It'll look a lot better. So we do that, and then the hole is going to be here-ish. And then we need this angle coming up. So that angle we're going to create using these pieces. No. I would like to, if we could, use these. So what we can do is it's kind of difficult. So let's forget about using these pieces so it's not too overly complicated. This, put that there, put this there, put that there. Take this, go up with it. Boom, boom. And then continue this angle, which is right about here. And it goes up like only 2 more studs, like it's not a huge amount. Just like that. Honestly, like I said, it's not a huge amount. Okay. And then this front angle coming out of this, we're gonna take and delete this and turn it in, no, leave that. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Oh my gosh, it's killing me. Oh god, it sucks to be thinking about this so hard late at night. So let's make this a 6. So it sticks 2 out, and then take and put this here and that there. Put one of these in. I was literally just thinking that it was getting really hot in here, and then the air kicked on, so that's real pleasant. Put that here, like so. And then that angle kind of ends here-ish at the end of the magazine. So that to me is pretty dang close to where it should be. So I am pretty happy with that, to be completely honest with you. So that's that. And then to fill in the gaps between that, it's actually pretty simple. Put that there, and then put this here. And that'll fill in the gap between that, and then we'll have a smooth layer on top of that to work with to finish all of that off. On the front here, We have kind of weird going on. Let's figure out how to let's kind of fix this area. So we're going to start with these here and here. We should fit a plate in there perfectly. Okay, we can't actually fit a plate in there perfectly. So let's instead switch to using these. Should give us enough room to fit a plate in there perfectly, awkwardly. There we go. Alright, much better. Just kind of help close that gap a little bit. And then this actually, we could do a little cheaty cheat to cover this stuff up going up here, so not too worried about that. You can take and drop a plate down this way and it'll close that gap off. So there's a little bit of an inlet here. So what we'll do is delete that, replace that with there, delete this, replace it with this here, like so. Put one of these here, one of those there, and then this inlet starts wide outside and moves in like so. Pretty simple. I wish they made these with no studs on top, because you know you have these up here which really help. But yeah, they don't have any on these like that. So this inlet top like that. Close this off here. So through here, put through there. Once that's there, this continues. There's another angle up here, but it's not as sharp as the one back here. So how are we going to do that? Excellent question. We can use these, actually. It's not as sharp as these, and I think these are just as sharp as those, so that kind of ruins it, but it is what it is. So let's delete that and see if we can find another way to do those so that it's not looking like that. Okay, let's also seal this up just a little so that this looks better. Like I said, we can use some cheaty cheat right there to do that and fix that angle ever so slightly, kind of like that. We'll be fine. And then here we can do like this to kind of help fill it in, going all the way up until we get to the top of this, which is somewhere else. How long are these? Are these 16s? 12s. Okay, perfect. 12 is fine because we can do that. This here, put one there, take a 12, put it here, put it here, like so. And then, what am I doing? We can actually delete this. I don't know why I'm thinking about using that. And we can put a 2 here, and 2 there, put a 2 here, put a 2 there, put one of these there, put one of these here, take one of these, put it here, and put one here, followed by a 2x2, and then boom. So that'll be that. Can we fit another one down? I think we can. Yes. And then this gets in the way. But that gap, I don't think you'll actually be able to see, so I'm kind of not worried about it. Oh crap, that's wrong. Got to put these two things in. This goes there, this goes here. This one goes there, this goes here. Alright, that's that portion. Finito. This portion down there, finito. We need to figure out this angle, and then I think this is a QD mount. Oh no, that's where. Oh, is that a QD mount? I don't know what the heck that thing's for. Let's just take and figure out this angle. So for these, what we're going to do is replace them with this facing this direction, I think, and this followed by, no, okay, let's put that there, take this out, replace it with this here, put this here, this here, followed by 2 going up, and that's going to be off. So we will do a little cheaty cheat somewhere around this area to fix this. So it's like a 6 stud wide. This angle goes to the top of that, so it goes to the top of there. Okay. So we've got 4s that we could use for this to go all the way down to there. Maybe a 3? No. So let's just do this the old-fashioned way and really split the difference. So if we do a 6 going straight down, and then we do a 4 followed by 2 followed by plates on top of that, we should get an angle going forward. Not as steep as the one in back here, but not as smooth either, but an angle nonetheless. So that's that. Okay, so now the next thing to do is get an unobscured vision of this section here. Yeah, this works. So you've got the part. So let's take and start our cheaty cheat stuff going on here. That there, put this here, like so, and fill this in just a little bit because this bowl is too big. It's still too big. It's actually not as long as it should be either. There should be like one more stud worth of room, but a little too far in now to fix that, so I'm gonna just roll with it as we got it. So that should be that. Okay. So now then for closing this gap, I don't think it's possible. So we're just going to raise it as we go, kind of, basically. So that goes there, and then put a flat piece here, should be fine. Delete this and replace it instead with 2 of these. Kind of round this corner just a little bit more, make it a little bit more smooth. Put the rail system on top. So in order to put a rail system on top, you need to slim it down to 3 studs, which is no big deal. C, Control V. Boom, 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 just like so. And Then we can actually overhang this by like 1, just to kind of fix this up so it looks better. Do a full-sized rail instead of a cut rail. Duplicate these, Control-C, Control-V, going all the way back, and then delete that out there. And pick up the rail. This little section back here, just plop that there. That'll solve that problem, like so. Then there are side rails. I think there's side rails on the one in Rainbow Six Siege. Let's exit this and exit that other tab. We don't need them anymore. Whenever it decides to go away, thank you. And then type in P-90 Rainbow Six Siege. Go back to images. I think it has the full. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't have the rail system on the side. Does it? No, it doesn't. Okay. So yeah, we don't have to do a rail system on the side, which is, it wasn't a big deal anyways because I left room for it. It will fit on this model, but because we don't have to do it, no big deal. I think that is good enough for me for tonight. Let's fix our barrel flash hider thing going on up here. It's more of a, well, yeah, we'll fix that at a different time. I still have stuff to do back here in the stock to finish this model entirely. So for now, we're done. After I get done fixing this up, I'm going to render this model. Let's go all the way forward. It does. So 12 will fit there. Yeah, I'm gonna render this model after the stream, and then I'll upload the thumbnail to the stream so that it looks correct instead of weird. So in the meantime, we're gonna come up with a paint scheme for this. So these are immediately gonna become metallic blue because we don't need them, and the actual, I think the body of the gun can make a super light tan just because we can. The magazine, I've actually been really partial recently to the nougat colored magazine. No, that wasn't the color that I used on Jim's P-90, and it wasn't that one either. No, it was this one, wasn't it? I don't remember any other color. I think it was one of the nougats. Yeah, I think it was one of the nougats. So let's leave that color there, but let's change this one to something else. That's way too close to the other one to use. Dark brown. But dark red. Ooh, could be good. Sand red. Yeah. See, this is like one of the hardest things to do, is to figure out what color you want to make something. Pink. Ooh, we could do a pink P-90. Oh, that was another reason I wanted to make the P-90 again, because P-Chun is a thing. For those of you who know what that is. If you don't, you're going to be super lost, and I'm okay with that. Straight up black isn't a bad choice either, but I've made a black P-90 already, and I like to make the colors stand out between each and every single model so that you guys don't get like lost in which one is which. Sort of gray. Yeah, the gray is not a bad color. And then doing As you can see, great. So there's going to be probably no real life images of the P-90, but there is like a sectional difference here. You can see like right there, where there's like an actual difference in sections. So I could do like a two-tone gray color going on. So grab everything up here, make it gray, and fix everything here. Isn't that you can see for the most part. I think that's everything, and then the rail system is obviously going to be black. Boom. Alright, that's good enough for now. Tomorrow, sometime, I don't know when, we'll go through and delete and fix what's going on with the stock down here at the bottom, and fix the bolt dust cover section and area and stuff. So tomorrow we will do that. Not tonight. So file, save as, to the desktop this time. FNH P-90 Master Edition, but we'll call this the Rainbow 6 Siege version. Kinda. Not really. It's a brand new Master Edition. Work in Progress version 1, Master Edition Mark II. And that should be good to go. Okay.